Hey everybody, this is John from Cousins on Drums, and today's kind of a sad day because I sold my Pride and Joy, my DW Spider Pine kit. These kits are, really incredible. I don't know if you've seen them before. They made them in several different colors. This is the rarest. I've only seen, 3 of these kits ever. And one of them, was this kit. The other one was Jackson Browne's drummer had one, and Sheila E. had one on her website. And actually, I did see another one, but unfortunately, somebody stole the bass drum. The guy just had the toms and the snare for sale. So, really a rare kit. The other colors they made this in were red, which is, you don't see many of those either. Most of them were black or blue. But the problem I had with those were the color was just too dark, and just covered up all this gorgeous grain, I actually went and met John Good, and he was touring around to all the drum centers, and I didn't know he was signing drums for people at that time. I just brought a picture of the drum set, and I thought he'd be really excited to see it, because it's such a rare and beautiful kit. And he actually got mad, and I was like, "What's going on with this guy?" And he told me the story that when he first found this wood, they had this on display at some kind of trade show, and an Asian company, I don't remember if it was Japanese or Chinese, they were very interested in the wood, and they wanted to know what it was, because he said they wanted to steal it, the idea of using this type of wood. And so he came up with the name Spider Pine to kind of throw him off. It's actually knotty pine. And he, after that, we were laughing about it, and he was fine. And he said the other thing about this wood was, it was very, very hard to make the veneer out of it, that the knots would actually pop out as they were trying to cut the veneer for it. So there wasn't a lot of this wood around. And I told him, that was the year of their 40th anniversary kits. And I said, "Oh, you should have made them out of, out of Spider Pine." And he said, "Well, it's a great idea, but the wood just wasn't available anymore. Their distributor either went out of business or just couldn't get the wood anymore. So I wanted him to make an 8-inch tom for me. They don't even have that, not even that small piece of wood to make it for me." So then the second time I met John Good, I actually took the snare drum, and he signed it for me, which was nice. He's a great guy, and you can kind of see it right there. But phenomenal looking and sounding drums. When I actually brought it the second time, the actual drum, I had a bunch of people flocking around, like looking at it, because they'd never seen it. And even a couple of the sales reps for John Good came over and said, "Oh wow, yeah, I remember that finish. It's so beautiful, And I think John said they made about 100 of these kits total, but I don't know if that's true or not, because I haven't seen that many, for sale. Either people just hold on to them, or there just aren't that many out there. But it's just a totally unique, incredible looking kit, and I think these kits, as they get older, they just sound better and better. I bought this around 2013. 2003. They were made in 2002. That's what they're stamped on the inside. And the first time I saw this finish was I went to see Jackson Browne in Seattle, and his drummer was playing this a kit with this finish, and I thought they were hand painted. I just thought they were so beautiful, you know. And after the show, I went up to the stage and realized it was actually real wood. And I was like, oh my God, you know, that is the coolest thing I've ever seen, you know. So don't you know, about, you know, 3 to 6 months later, I was searching online for an exotic DW kit, and this one popped up. And the guy I bought it from, you know, he bought it and he never played it. And so they were essentially new, even though it was a year later after they were made. But you know, what's cool is if you look at some of the knots on these drums as these things get bigger and bigger, you can actually see that it looks like a spider, you know, with the legs and the tail. It's such a cool finish. The drums just get, I think, you know, as they get bigger, they're just more and more beautiful. And the other thing that's really unique about this kit versus the other colors is, like on the other ones, the wood really varies, you know, even though it's all, you know, knotty pine. Some of it's really, really, you know, swirly and different size knots. But most of them that I've seen, especially the black ones, like the knots are all over the place, you know. And on these drums, they matched it up so that the knots go almost totally around the center of the drum, which I think is so cool, so unique. You know, that they were able to get the wood that was lined up like that. You know, it seems kind of that would be almost impossible, but really unusual, gorgeous kit. I just love it to death. You know, I bought these drums around 2003. And then a number of years later, I bought another kit that, you know, I'm kind of married to. But I was like, you know, I don't really need 2 exotic kits, you know, high-end kits, so I'm going to sell one. But it took me basically 6 years, you know, to decide which one to sell. And I had another DW kit up for sale at the same time. I was hoping, you know, that one would sell first, because then I would probably hold on to these longer, or maybe not sell them at all. Because I really never, you know, after I bought these, I was like, this is it, this is my kit, you know. But it was just time. So anyway, these sold on Reverb a few days ago. So if you want to see, I know it's limited here as far as the detail on this wood. But it's quite incredible to look at. If you go to Reverb and you go to like sold and look up DW Spider Pine, you'll see all the pictures of it. It's really, you know, unique instrument. I have 2 other Spider Pine kits that I'm selling too. They're black, and they're nice too, but they're just not, you know. A couple of the toms are really standout. Beautiful, but like I said, I just think they're too dark overall, and it just covers up too much of the beautiful grain. So I think this is like, if you're going to have a Spider Pine kit, this is the color, you know, if you can find it. So anyway, I just wanted to share these with you before I ship them off. They're going over to New York now, and I want to deliver them because I don't want anything to happen to them, but the buyer preferred I ship them, so unfortunately. But I'm going to pack the hell out of them, make sure, you know, they get there okay. So anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you, and I hope you enjoyed, you know, checking out these drums as much as I've, you know, had the pleasure of owning them all these years. I have quite a collection of different snare drums and from different makers. Craviotto, Noble and Cooley, Tama, Vintage Tama, Bell Brass. And I wanted, my whole idea with this channel was to share all this stuff with other drummers that have a passion for it. And I have a few friends that are drummers that very passionate too. So we're going to be comparing different drums from their collections and mine and playing them. And I'm hoping, we have a really entertaining channel that you guys will want to check out. So I just want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I want to wish you a Happy New Year. Take care. Thank you.